Hi, I'm Jill with the West Regional Branch of the Mobile Public Library, and I am here in my kitchen brewing some more tea. Today I am going to try out a new tea that I have never tried before, and that is the banana Rooibos, or it might be Rooibos. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I'm trying this banana Rooibos. I have had Rooibos teas before, and I like them okay, but I don't love them. I much prefer the flavor of a black tea or an oolong. However, black tea and oolong are both caffeinated, so I've been looking for some good decaf alternatives. And I thought the banana sounded interesting, so I am going to give this a try. And I also thought banana sounded interesting because I happen to have impulse bought some banana almond milk. So I do tend to like milk in my tea, so I figured the banana almond milk might be a really good combo with this banana Rooibos, and I'm just going to try it out and see if I like it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to pick out herbal teas, or well, pick out teas in general, because there are so many varieties that when you go into even just a regular supermarket, much less an actual tea shop, it can be kind of overwhelming and you don't know where to start. So let's get started. I have done Rooibos before, so if it's the same kind of tea, you typically want to brew it the same way. So even though I haven't had this particular variety, I don't really need to trial and error it too much. So I am going to go ahead and do a large pitcher of it. And this is one of my tea brewing pictures, but as I mentioned in the strawberry kiwi hibiscus video, you don't really need one of these. I just like them because I have them. And I am going to do 2/3 cup of sugar. Let's see, got a 1/3 cup here. Okay, 2/3 cup of sugar. I have already boiled my water, so let me grab my kettle. And this is a loose leaf sample pack, which is, I've mentioned in a video before, that's one of the reasons I really like loose leaf tea, is because you can buy these, 1 or 2 ounce samples and try out a bunch of different teas without getting a whole box of something that you might not like. Usually one of these samples will do about a half gallon, which is about 8 cups of tea. This is a 1 ounce sample. I usually like about 1/3 of a cup, which is right at a 1 ounce sample, is about 1/3 of a cup. This actually smells very banana-y. I don't really smell the Rooibos at all. It just smells like banana, which I hope whatever kind of banana extract flavoring they're using on here is good and doesn't taste too artificial. Let me give my sugar a little stir to make sure it is all dissolved. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that to steep. For a Rooibos, I have found I like it at least 7-8 minutes, but it's not one that gets bitter like a black tea or a, oolong or something. So I just let it steep, and I'll come back to it when I get back to it, basically. Let's see, the instructions on this say 1 teaspoon per cup in 3 to 7 minutes. So I am putting about twice as many tea leaves in this as the instructions call for. So what should you look for when you buy tea or herbal tea, or loose leaf or bag tea? What's good and what's not. And the simple fact of the matter is if you like it, it's good. So I would say definitely don't get too hung up on price. Buy something that fits in your budget. A lot of people, if they're kind of like tea snobs, if you're not buying the top of the line expensive tea, you're just getting, tea bags from your supermarket, they will say, oh, that's not good tea, that's not right. But I think it's very much like any other kind of product, like chocolate or wine or cheese, where you've got a big price difference. And the more expensive things are usually rarer, or they're harder to make, or they come from one little specific place. So since there's not as much of them, they cost more, and they do taste different from the cheaper varieties. But I'd say they taste different, not better. So just like with chocolate, sometimes you want that $12 fair trade 80% cacao, dark chocolate bar, but other times you just want a Snickers. So, really, I don't think there's any right or wrong as far as what teas to buy. However, the choices can be overwhelming, so how do you narrow it down? Well, the first thing is, there's different, basically like base teas. Like there's a lot of different flavorings you can add, sort of like this is a banana Rooibos, but the base is a Rooibos. You can get a green tea, like this one over here is a Long Island strawberry green tea. Well, it's got some strawberry and some citrus in it, but the primary base of it is green tea. Or this one is a white chocolate spiced chai, and chai is typically made with black tea. So this is a base of black tea, and then chai means that it's got Indian spices added to it, basically. So, cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, that kind of thing. So if you learn your different bases and you know which ones you like and which ones you don't like, then that will narrow your choices down considerably. You have your different kinds of, actual tea plants. You got your green, white, oolong, and black, and they all have their own flavors. So if you tried one of each category and oh well, I like green tea, but I don't like white tea so much, then it's like, oh, that's the white tea section, I'm not getting any of those. Then in addition to your base tea, you also have different flavors added to it. And most of the time the flavors added to it are flavors you will be familiar with, like fruits or different kinds of spices. And then, of course, now you get into the herbal teas, since there are so many different plants that they make herbal teas out of, you get a much bigger variety. But I think your two most common ones you see are Rooibos and hibiscus. So if you try a hibiscus one and you decide if you like it or not, that will, open up a world of possibilities or rule out a bunch of things you don't want. Same thing with Rooibos. If you try Rooibos and you're like, I don't like the flavor of this, then that will rule out a bunch of other teas. But you have other herbal teas that are not Rooibos or hibiscus, and again, you just have to try them and see what you feel about that flavor. For instance, I think chamomile is disgusting. I also hate calendula. That's another common herbal tea. It's made from, I think, marigolds. Just things that taste very floral, I don't like. And once you've learned that, you go, okay, I don't like floral flavors. When you read the ingredients list and you see that it has rose or lavender, and you're like, nope, I'm out. I don't want that. And conversely, there are other things that you learn that you do like. I love chai teas. I just really like the taste of all those different kind of spices combined with black tea, or occasionally they'll make a chai that's got some other kind of base, but they'll usually say what it is if it's not black tea, because the black tea is kind of like the default. And so, you just kind of like learn which flavors you like and stick with those. And if you haven't tried something, try it. You never know, you might like it. So don't focus too much on price. Like I said, just find the flavor profiles you like and try different things, because you may find that there's something you really love. Okay, I think this has been steeping probably long enough. I think it's been about 10 minutes. So I am going to take this out and add some ice water to it, and we will see how it tastes. Just try not to dribble all over the place. Okay, I have some ice water, and let me fill up the rest of this container. Seal this up and give it a shake. Oops, I didn't get that quite totally sealed. There we go. Okay, that feels like it is cooled off. Get a mug here. Just that's not bad. I don't know if I would buy that one again. It's the banana in it. It's just a little bit, I think they use some sort of banana flavoring to flavor the leaves instead of like actual banana pieces, because it's got a slightly artificial banana extract flavor. Let me see what it tastes like with a dash of banana almond milk in it. A little bit better. It's got more of like this has actual pureed bananas in it, so it's got more of a like real banana flavor. What I think I really need to do is find a Rooibos that is maybe a chai Rooibos, or flavored some way I really like, because it's decaf, which I am really in desperate need of a decaf option, and Rooibos itself, to me, does not have the most flavor. I do much prefer a black tea, but I can't handle a black tea. But I will keep trying. And this particular one, I mean, I'm going to put it in the fridge. I will eventually drink it, probably with this banana milk in it, because it's not bad, but I will say it's not my favorite. But basically that's how you find teas you like, is trial and error, because what one person loves, another person can't stand. That's why lots of times people say something's not their cup of tea, because it's very much a personal decision. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite tea and what's some sort of tea that you just can't stand. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.